play drums and I do some backing vocals.
I'm Marcus, I play bass.
I'm Matt and I do the singing.
Okay, cool. Now we all know who you are. So, how long have you been playing together?
About 2 years we've been playing together now, but we've had various different changes and sorting ourselves out and getting all the organisation right. And
This is the one.
This is the one, isn't it? This is the one. And we've just got to that point where after all the different, line-up changes and things, we've got the perfect line-up. And we're really excited about the tour with it.
How did you become a band?
I think you guys met on a job centre course.
Yeah, me and Barney used to work at a gym. With gym instruction qualifications, which should not happen.
It's got nothing really to do with it at all. I mean,
No.
Yeah, we certainly didn't. We didn't meet in music college. It was really random, I think.
Yeah.
But I've known Hal from school, and we just sort of met each other through various different bands, like playing in the Brighton scene, really. And
Formed a super group.
essentially, yeah. Because I think
Challenging McBusted here.
exactly.
They're going down.
They're going down with it, we came from various different bands, and really weirdly enough, quite different types of music as well. Like Marcus, you came from like a metal band or some kind of screaming.
Isle of Sheppey hardcore bands.
Isle of Sheppey hardcore band, and on the Isle of Sheppey, they've got a lot to be angry about. So, have you heard of the Isle of Sheppey?
No.
That's right.
The Isle of Sheppey.
No, also the Isle of
Maybe that's why they're so angry.
Yeah.
Marcus could write a book on the Isle of Sheppey. It was a sort of mixture of pride and condemnation. It would be just literally
Bestseller.
culture on an island in the Thames Estuary. But yeah, so you came from quite a metal beat, or different, or very alternative. He's the alternative guy in the band. And Hal, you're a bit of a folk guy.
I was into folk, still am, but I was more into folk back then. Like soft stuff, like Joan Baez.
Are you the softy in the band?
I was a little bit
Okay.
softy in there. I got pulled away from it a little bit, but I'm still there a little bit.
And you also, Hal, always likes to me to forget this, but you also did go through a trance phase in the Kent scene.
I don't like to forget it, I just can't remember it. It's about 3 years, I can't remember
Nothing
it.
illegal, I hope?
No, just like, coffee.
Okay.
A lot of mind-bending coffee.
Yeah. So, how did you choose your name? The Vinyls.
People always ask us, and we'd like to come up with this really interesting answer with a great story, but actually, it really was. We listed a load of names out from dictionary, and some of them were awful in retrospect. But it was the one that we would remember the most. So the next day when we spoke about it, it was Vinyls. That was the first one that we remembered. So we thought, well, look, if we remember that straight away, and we don't remember any others, and then we'll stick with the one that's the most memorable.
I found when we tell people the band name, they always go like, "Oh wow, that was really memorable. It's a really good name, like classic." Yeah.
So, what other names do you have on that list?
I think they were in the. Don't ask me why, but Amethyst was on the shortlist. It's some sort of crystal thing. I don't know why. I mean, I was very young at the time, and we were all sort of, a bit confused. Albatross. Well, that wasn't my suggestion.
Personally, I like that one. That's a good one.
He likes Albatross.
I'm going to call you that from now on.
I refused to be in a band called Albatross. I put my foot down there, and somehow through those
You're letting
names,
yourself down.
we mustered out the Vinyls, and it's been with us ever since.
Okay, cool. I like the Albatross though. I'm going to call my band that. I can't play or sing, so that's not going to work.
Be a
But
concept band.
yeah. Well, you're going to go on a tour now. Where is your favourite place to play? If you've played in other places before, or
This is all really new to us, isn't it?
A lot of the places we're playing to is new. I mean, a lot of the places we've never played before at all on this tour. Before we've played a lot around in London, a lot out in the southeast before, and obviously in Brighton we started off playing a lot around in Brighton. But this is the first time we've been able to get out to some people who are up north, even in the Midlands, a little bit further south than we've been able to get before as well. This is wicked. The chance to get out, and travel like we have and play the place we have. We've never done anything like
We've
that.
done about 120 gigs or something. but we haven't gone north of Oxford.
It's about time now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's about time, right?
Welcome to the good part of England.
Well, this is it. This is it. All our favourite, well, most of our favourite bands come from cities around the UK, and we're finally here. We're in Liverpool today. You know, I haven't been north of Oxford. I've never played more than. I haven't been north since I was a kid.
This is the most north I've ever been.
This is where my favourite. There you go. This is where our favourite bands are from, and we've had such a great response from fans up here. Like over the last 2 years, who've really supported us and bought the records that we've done, and sent us really nice things as well online and over the internet and social media and that. And it's just a really great opportunity to actually come over and finally meet them and finally play to them all.
Which city are you most excited to go to?
Difficult question.
Say Liverpool.
I'm
Say
really
Liverpool.
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 We are. Well, Liverpool's going to be good because
Saturday
our
night
support.
as well.
It is a Saturday night. That's you know. So there's, but I think the support act, the main support act, Thomas McConnell, he's Liverpoolian himself. So you know, he's got his own fan base here, and he's going to show us the ropes. That's it, really. He's going to show us around town.
I'm just going to spend all day in a tape.
Go to the Beatles Museum. Don't go to Penny Lane, please don't. And
How come?
Is it just
it's
full of
just not.
tourists?
It's just full of tourists. And most students live off that road, so it's just like you always get tourists on like in the morning, and you just want to go past them, and you always end up in pictures. So I'm probably in loads of pictures from tourists. But yeah.
My only memory of Liverpool was when I was a kid. My aunt took me here on a day trip, and she took me to I don't know if you've ever been on the Magical Mystery Tour, which is
The bus passes my house every day. It's like hello.
It's basically this old bus, and there's this old geezer who does it, and it's all right. He's friendly enough and all that, but. You get in, and on the right, it's really tacky. On the right, you've got this photo of him with Paul McCartney. Where like, you must have met him, and he's got hair then, so he must have been a lot younger, right? I mean, it's back in the 80s or something. Anyway, and it's all right, but every sort of 5-10 minutes, he'd stop out for a fag break, and then he'd say, "This is where like Ringo went to school." Oh, all right, okay. It starts. This is where Ringo walked to school. All right, you know, and it just carried on until sort of like you had every postcode in the area where the Beatles.
Which is everywhere in Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
pretty much.
They used to live here. They stopped here once.
Yeah.
Okay, great, lovely.
Use the public urinals.
Yeah. Well, the Beatles have been everywhere in Liverpool. That's what people know about Liverpool, which is quite sad because it's a very nice city. And even though you haven't really started your tour, what do you think is the best thing about being on tour?
It's kind of nice to just hang out, I think, like as a band, because a lot of the time, like this is like working, but also, I mean, we're just going to be spending time with our mates for 2 weeks, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Like when we're playing in the south, you know, it's a journey there. It's a rush. We play the gig. We say hi to everyone. We have a couple of drinks if we can. But if we got to get home, we got to get home, and then we get home. Here, it's totally different. You know, it is hard work, but it's basically like a really, really cool holiday.
Do you have a tour bus?
We do have a tour bus.
Describe your ultimate tour bus.
Well, our tour bus now is pretty good. It's
I want one with a jacuzzi.
it does have a jacuzzi. It's a camper van. It's a mobile home. Really, seriously. The thing is, things like the blimmin'
It's got a
TARDIS,
mezzanine.
right?
Come on.
It's got a mezzanine, yeah. The thing's like blimmin' TARDIS. I mean, it looks quite small on the outside. You go in, and it's just absolutely massive. But we're delighted with it.
There's a good story to it because we spent ages looking around, finally found this thing, spent about 2 days like going around it, measuring it with tape measures, getting different members of the band in. So we finally sat down to do the deal. The guy sits back, puts everything together, goes, "Right, so what's the name of your band again?" "I can't think." So I just go, "Oh, Vinyls." "Well, I didn't tell you we were in a band." He goes, "How do you know?" He goes, "Well, I'm not stupid, mate. It's pretty
Four
obvious
guys
what you
wandering
had
around a
in
camper van site, you know, like dressed in skinny jeans and that. It's a bit of a giveaway.
Do you have the signed seats? As in, like, do you have signed seats in the van?
We are
So, like, this is my seat. Don't touch it.
You were in the point of critical negotiation.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Can I decide who's going to sit where?
Yeah.
Great.
I guess there'll be no arguments, man, after
I
that.
drive.
If you have a license. Okay, you're not driving then. So you don't have an ultimate tour bus that you would love to have?
Jacuzzi. I don't
Yeah,
know.
He's got the jacuzzi.
Wrestling ring.
I don't know. I sort of like imagine like not so much a bus, but more like. Have you ever seen Austin Powers when he
No,
has his
I
own
haven't.
jet plane? When he has his own jet plane,
Oh, you want a jet plane, don't
He's
you?
got like everything on it.
Bruce Dickinson.
Well, it's the Bruce Dickinson thing, isn't it? I want to fly my own plane. When I was a kid, I liked that. So I liked to play. I did the flight simulator thing and all that. So you know, all other people have friends. You know,
You had your flight
I had the
simulator.
and I'd love that to do the Bruce Dickinson thing, right? Get a plane and just fly it around. It'd be an excuse, wouldn't it? You know, to actually fly a plane. You got no real reason. You could get on a bus, but it'd probably be cheaper. But it's cool to fly a plane, sort of lease out a plane, and we'll just do that instead.
I hope you get to that point where you can do that.
So do I.
I wish you luck with that.
Make venues put landing strips.
Just land right outside the door. That's great. If you could be any band in the world, which band would you be?
Is this a group thing or?
Yeah, it's a group. You kind of have to agree on it.
Or anything.
I'm Swedish.
Jackson 5.
I'm insulted
Yeah,
now.
I quite like ABBA. I've got kind of a soft spot for ABBA. I think
We're not
they're
ABBA.
We're not I don't know, like, it's going to sound cheesy, but I wouldn't want to be a band who is known for their enormously bitter breakup. You know, like, so, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be one of those bands that just get really old and get on everyone's nerves. Kind of like
Status Quo.
Yeah, status quo, right? Because status quo, right? They just get on everyone's nerves, right? But everyone still sort of likes them secretly, right? And they still go to the gigs and they still sell out.
And they always have a lot of fun, you know. They
And
might
they
be
have
old
a lot,
guys, but
don't
you see the smiles on their faces and they're playing.
Seems like you agree on this one.
That
That was easy.
That said, I don't want to look like status quo. I don't want to sound like status quo. And I certainly
No, but
can't
that's
dance
the whole
like
point.
Status
You
Quo.
just want to know
But
how it
just-
is to be there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, a day in the life of status quo. Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, you seem to
Like
disagree.
that, actually, it isn't so good. Yeah, we might have to take the status quo thing back a bit.
Yeah.
It's not thought it through and it's not really working out. Yeah. Well, we'll have to
Any
do something.
other ideas? You don't seem to agree on this.
What about The Who? We could compromise on The Who, because then we have a good run, we go our separate ways, and we come back together
they
again.
always-
Go on, what do you want to
Can't
be
with that
then?
either. They always punch each other. Do you
Just
realise
like that.
But you know how like, they're all like rough geezers from Shepherd's Bush,
Yeah.
and they used to be in fights all the time. Plus, who would be the Keith Moon? Can you imagine Barney driving a massive car into a wall?
He wants to be ABBA. Let him be ABBA. He's going to go home and cry now because he can't be
Our only
ABBA.
real agreement here, Naomi, is that we all would ideally be completely different bands.
Yeah, you can be one character each. I would love to see this band perform.
Hell yeah.
But since you can't agree on a band, what bands have inspired you?
Again, this is kind of different from people, but for me,
ABBA.
I'm as the songwriter myself. I've been influenced mainly by sort of British melodic pop music. So I love the Kinks. I love that kind of history of short, 3-minute, catchy songs like commentary about life. I love the Smiths. I love Elvis Costello a lot, the Jam, and I love Britpop music as well. I love Blur, I love Pulp, I love Oasis. So there's a lot of that kind of tradition that I'm really into at the moment. But I think these guys have got a little bit different sort of stuff.
Beach
Yeah.
Boys, they're good. I was
Beach Boys,
kind
yeah.
of always wanted to add that American influence to us and kind of mix the two things together.
It's
It's
getting,
kind of like the Best Coast like type.
Yeah.
The surf.
the surf thing's really good. Like the drums are a really cool band. I think like the last year or so, I think our music's been a bit Britpoppy, a bit new wavy, and that's cool. I think last year it's starting to come in a bit. I don't know, is it soul-y a little bit?
Yeah,
Or
some
bit
soul.
There's a bit of Motown in there. There's something else.
And I think that started to creep in because we started to listen to a lot of that, a lot more Motown and soul and stuff from the late 70s that has that kind of sound, and it's been creeping in a little bit. I love a lot.
I still
of that
listen
stuff.
to really angry.
You still listen to I listen to a lot. I fall in love with Stevie Wonder. I saw him live at Glastonbury in 2010, and it was like the best gig of my life. And it's really cheesy at points, but it's brilliant. And I fell in love with his music. No, it's a bit too big for me, you know. You should see him. And I fell in love with his music. I think that's definitely been a different influence. And the way that he uses different instruments, and that every different song isn't a genre. It's like a difference, trying to do something different. Oh, I'm going to be a bit more influenced by Spanish music. I'm going to be a bit more influenced by jazz music, pop music, rock music. And I want to, as a songwriter, aspire to be a bit more like that, to have a bit of variety.
Do you write all the songs together, or who's the songwriter?
Map.
I'm predominantly the songwriter,
Okay.
yeah. So normally how we work it is I'll come up with an idea, basic kind of some rough lyric ideas. They'll tell me if it's any good or not, and they're not afraid to tell me if it's rubbish. And they'll do that, and then everyone will work on sort of their own different parts, and we'll just keep working it and chiseling away until it's absolutely right in the way we want it.
Cool. Do you have anything you can't live without? That you have to bring with you on tour?
Food.
Food, yeah.
Oh, really? I don't need food.
In a way, though, we were so desperate. Like we were on the, like we were driving up here, and it was the first thing. We were just like, who brought the most food? And that person ran and got their bag out. We were just like, saviour.
Yeah.
Tried playing cards, got bored, ate some more food.
Sweets, we got into sweets after that just to keep going.
Generally, the biggest thing I suppose is the music collection. This is critical in any setup of going to the gig, because if you've got a bad music collection, you're stuck with it. There's nothing you can do. I made sure that we didn't have a bad music collection, and I know that because it's my music collection and nobody else's.
Well, that's not true.
It's slightly shared with yours. You've got like 3 CDs of about 200.
I got about 12% of what's in the car.
I shout about 12%. You wouldn't shout out about 12%.
It's a good 12%.
It's an important 12%.
I'm just. It's quality, not quantity. Just saying.
Oh, all right, okay. Well, the collection's quality. All
We
right,
can't
so
even
far.
hear it
I've had no
anyway.
complaints as the disc jockey in the front seat of the vehicle, and I've had no complaints as yet. I'm sure they probably don't, because if I do, I'll just turn it up. So that's my mature way of doing
I
it.
have a feeling the rest of the band is going to kick you out sooner or later.
There'll be a musical revolution, not in a kind of new sound way.
They're going to open the door
They'll
and
open the
literally
door.
kick you out.
Yeah. And it
Cheers
probably
for
has
this.
happened before.
Yeah.
Cheers for the songs, Matt. But
Yeah, we'll find someone else.
Exactly.
If your band was a group, a superhero group, what superhero group would it be?
We mean like actual superheroes?
Yeah,
Comic
absolutely.
characters.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. It's pretty camp, isn't it?
Pretty camp.
Straight away,
It's a bit weird. And the guy with the face, what's all that about?
That'd be me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Great theme tune,
Good team.
great clothes.
Oh, why don't we go for Tintin? I know it's not the same.
Tintin is not super.
Oh, you are going to be Tintin.
What superpower
He could
does
be.
Tintin
He has a
possess?
dog. He has a dog.
We can't.
That's not a
Yeah, who's the
superpower.
dog?
We're just going to be a collective of Tintins.
No, I'm going to go for something more Watchmen. There you go.
Hey,
Watchmen.
nice.
That's a bit cool. I've read a graphic novel. There you go. So that's basically what I'm saying by that, isn't it? They're going for
You still can't agree on one, though.
Yeah, no, we can't.
No.
But the Watchmen.
Maybe you can't be superheroes. Maybe that's the problem.
I think that's probably it.
Yeah, it's probably it.
We just lack those superpowers.
Yeah, you need to agree on the next question, though.
Okay.
If you had to write the theme tune to any TV program in the world,
Oh man.
which one would it be?
Well, as if we had written it or if we had to write
We
a
had
new
to
one.
now.
You had to now, but for an existing TV program.
I'd like to make a suggestion. And people can
Obviously.
I feel that this interview has not had enough of my voice in it.
Are you sure?
James Bond. Come on.
It's too
come
obvious.
on.
It's too obvious.
I always wanted to do a James Bond thing.
Antiques Radio.
That's a good one. That's my favourite
Like a
program.
football show or something like that. Like Goals on Sunday or something like
Football focus.
Made in Chelsea.
Tally.
Something like
Dinner date.
What about like Jeremy Kyle or something?
Hello, hello.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
So yeah, it'd be interesting,
Put
isn't
a
it?
bit of life into it, innit?
Yeah.
Bargain hunt. Yeah.
You just listing my favourite TV programs.
He's just reading out the TV
Yeah.
guide at the moment.
Yeah. I'm not that picky. Have you agreed on one?
Jeremy Carl could be quite funny.
I think we're gonna
Get
have
some
to-
great
Jeremy
lyrics.
Jeremy Kyle.
As long as we get some.
And then I'll be on
My
it.
brother got me pregnant.
There we
We're on
go.
radio. We're on radio.
And I'm from Sheppey.
He won't find it.
There we go, Jeremy Kyle. I'm gonna list a few things now. I'm gonna have to choose one of the band members. So, which one of the I can't speak anymore. Band members takes the longest to get ready?
I don't know. It's a tough me or Barney. Oh no, Matt.
You can see Matt sitting there and just like It's probably me.
If he had an argument, I feel guilty, but I don't even feel guilty because you look like you agree with us.
Yeah, we all agree.
That was easy.
I'm not going to disagree.
Okay. Who has the best pickup line?
Oh god.
Well, I once tried talking to a girl about Margaret Thatcher.
I remember.
This isn't best pickup line. This is that's worst pickup line.
I think I'm out of the runnings.
I've got a chat up like go home. I win.
Go on. Who wins? You just want to say you do. You might
girls.
Sort of a general stare, you know.
Oh no, there's a favourite of yours that I like. There was a girl came in and said, "Oh yeah, that's a nice jumper." You said, "Oh, cheers, my dad bought it for you." She said, "Oh, you don't say that to a pretty girl," and you said, "Well, I do." I thought that was pretty good.
Oh, so good. I like that one. That's what I thought.
Well done.
Yeah, you're the winner. Congratulations. Who is the softie in the band?
I'll take that on it.
I think that it's this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Why?
It's definitely, he gives the least amount of abuse within the quartet. Mainly on the fact that like Marcus can get his own back by giving a grin. You know that's a rare talent. You see, if someone annoys Marcus, he can grin. You know, like, I can't do that. I just get annoyed. I'm just a loud man. You know, Hal's the same. You know, Barney's Barney. But, you know...
I think everyone's picking on Barney. I feel...
Barney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he can stand up for himself. This is the difference. Everyone does pick on
I
Barney.
quiver.
But Barney can handle himself.
Yeah, I just cry.
Exactly. He just... he needs, his...
Cuddles.
He needs his cuddles. You know, he needs his pillow at night.
Yeah. Oh no.
Who's the best cook?
Well, how you worked in a cafe...
That doesn't make you a good cook.
We're gonna find out on tour.
We're going to find out. Yeah.
We're going to find out, yeah.
It ain't me.
I could do pancakes.
I do...
I think Barney wins this one and can make pancakes.
Barney's never impressed us.
Is this an official pick on Barney Day or something like that?
Yeah, but you haven't had Barney's cooking. I mean, we're talking about salt.
He can make pancakes.
Yeah, have you ate? Have you eaten?
No.
They haven't had pancakes for me yet.
Aw, I feel you should give Barney some love because you're just picking on him.
How's
This is not nice.
smells alright. But I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Will
what
you
we'll
let me know?
Well, yeah, we'll let you know.
Send pictures and I'll be the judge of it.
Well, you'll see us on Saturday. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, if we do a thing where we each eat our own food, and you can see who has the
Who's
least
got food
nutritional
poisoning.
value and who is dying by the end of the
Check
week,
us out for our values.
because he's only eaten McDonald's, then we will see who's still alive.
I think Barney's gonna win this one. Just saying.
You might be right.
Yeah.
With his protein shakes, he might just get through it.
Yeah.
I will.
Who's the messiest?
How?
How instantly.
Yeah.
Look at that stuff
Yeah,
now,
I guess.
come on.
Yeah, I guess.
He's got a blue stain on his trousers and no one knows where it comes from.
And that's been there for
And no one wants to know where it comes from
No,
either.
It was a pen. It was genuinely a pen.
Oh, was it?
But it's been there for
Magnus
like
pen.
half a year at least. I mean,
Half a year. How wins? How wins?
the trousers I washed about 2 weeks ago, but the ink stain hasn't come out.
Hang on a minute. You washed those 2 weeks ago.
You shouldn't
You're
wash.
only starting the tour.
Well, no,
You
no,
should
actually,
only wash jeans once a month, actually.
There you go, well done, Hal.
Yeah. See, he knows the most about
Yeah.
taking care of clothes.
What you
See,
probably
see.
don't know though is that Hal's been working as a barista. I think that's how you say it.
That's
for the last few months. So therefore has had nothing but spilled coffee all over his jeans. And I don't know. Maybe that's still the same rule, but I don't know. Would you? Yeah.
I'm not the one to judge.
Yeah.
Just saying. Who is always late?
Me.
Yeah. He's always.
I'm always way later than you are, man.
No.
I irritate the
I
hell
love
out
the
of
way
them.
that this sort of.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to be late.
Yeah,
just
this
to,
is
just
sort of,
to.
I'm the latest. No,
Yeah.
I am.
It's not, I live closer to our rehearsal studio, and I'm
true.
always the last one there.
True.
So,
Always last one there.
That is true.
Barney's got a thing, and this is a good one. It's called Barney time. which what that means is that you have. Look, see, we don't pick on him at all.
You clearly are.
He's got a thing called Barney time, which means basically, and you can read through the lines here. if you say be here at a certain time, you have to allow for about 30 minutes after that before he actually turns up. And I think that qualifies. That surely, come on, Barney, look, you're getting your name
I
out.
do agree.
It could be a thing. I'm just going to do that.
Barney told me in that.
Can't see it catching on, but
I'm a bit worried how you're gonna treat Barney during the whole tour. To be honest, he's gonna call and be like, "Come and save me."
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that is it.
okay.
I'm looking forward to hear you on Saturday. They're playing at Bumper, which is in town, and you can go online and check their Facebook for more information and get in touch with Radio Hope if you want to hear more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.